Journalist following closely the situation in Niger. He condemns in the strongest terms any efforts to seize power by force and to undermine democratic governance, peace and stability in Niger.
Well, Sebastian Elischer is an associate professor of political science at the University of Florida. Thank you very much for joining us on the News Hour. There's a great deal of global interest now in what's going on in Niger. Why is it so important?
Thank you for having me. Well, it's really difficult to underestimate the political stakes for Western countries in Niger at the moment. First of all, politically, and this has been mentioned in your report, Niger is and has been known as an oasis of stability in an otherwise unstable region. And although Niger clearly is not a textbook case of what a democracy ought to look like, by regional standards, we have seen somewhat of the consolidation of basic democratic norms over the course of the last 15 years. And that's been a major reason for Western countries to provide Niger with extensive amounts of development aid and other sources of support. At the economic level, the country is very important, certainly for France, because it's a key uranium exporter. And the security dimension are colossal for Western countries because Niger is a key partner in international attempts to contain jihadi terrorism in the region, and is a key partner to stem the tide against what the European Union regards as illegal immigration. So the stakes are very high. And as the report rightly indicated, there is an enormous amount of uncertainty in Niger at the moment, with very different contradictory signals coming out of the capital.
And what could the implications be of this, if it is a successful coup? Because we've seen it in neighbouring countries as well, haven't we? In Mali and Burkina Faso, growing closer ties to Russia and the Wagner Group.
It is, at this stage today, too early to make a definite statement about that. It is, of course, a possibility that the Nigerian junta, should the military indeed manage to claim power, will seek closer ties to Russia and will follow a similarly anti-Western rhetoric as their counterparts in Mali and Burkina Faso. However, looking at the way military governments have conducted themselves in Niger in the past, this seems somewhat unlikely. Russia historically has not been a close partner of Niger, in stark contrast to neighboring Mali. And even though many Nigerian citizens feel dissatisfied with democratic progress and with the economic promise that comes with that democratic progress, civilian politicians have not lost as much legitimacy as maybe their counterparts in Burkina Faso or Mali. So as I said before, this is a very fluid situation. The next few days will decide who is actually in charge. And should the army have taken power, the army will have to make a decision about whether it really wants to impose detrimental changes with regard to the country's historically pro-Western foreign policy.
OK, Sebastian Elischer, Associate Professor of Political Science at the University of Florida. Thank you.
Thank you.